Okay, I've had some questions on sharpening the plowshare, and I don't currently have a grinder with me. I use a grinder, but I use a disc on it that I call a flap disc, which I'll take a picture of and show you. It's not as coarse as a grinding wheel. But what you'll do is you'll start right along the edge here, and you just kind of make this sharp. You don't want it razor sharp, because then it'll just fold over. But you don't want any burrs, and it needs to feel, you know, sharp to the fingers. And if you got rocks and stuff in your field, you'll want to do this quite, you know, keep up on it. And these are the coulter cutters I got on my plow, and they are a little bit big. I'm making do. I don't have anything different. The key is to have the hub back from the point of the plow, so it'll do a good cutting job. Now if you got a lot of trash you're cutting, like tall weeds or old weeds and stuff, it'll want to ball up right here and it'll stop this disc. So what you need to do is raise it up so it's only cutting in the soil about 1 inch. If you got a good field like so that's not full of trash or anything, you can run her down there so it's cutting about a couple inches from the floor, and it'll help this plow lift the soil and turn it, and things will work really smooth. If you're having trouble with the moldboard scoring and shining up for you, or if it's sticking real bad, you can turn this right here into the land about a half an inch or so, or just, you know, you can play with it, and the wider this cuts, it'll put more pressure here on the moldboard, and it'll force that soil to push down on this, and it'll start scoring for you real nice. You can see this has got a nice mirror finish, and this was, I'm not kidding, it was pitted and really rusty when I started plowing with it last year, and I finally got it to where it scores nice. But you can see, I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's still some old pits in it from it sitting and rusting over the years. So I've done quite a bit of work to it. It's not perfect. It was in a wreck before I got a hold of it, so the frame is bent a little. One side digs a little deeper than the other, but I just adjust for it with our wheel adjustments here. My shadow's probably messing you up, but there's one on both sides on this, and I just don't set it as deep on one side as the other. I just kind of tinker and play with it so it'll do a good job. And I'll show you, you can see in the furrow down here where the coulter cutter is making the cut. Okay, there's too much of a shadow, but you can see there's a little shelf right here. There's a little shelf right here, and so we're cutting about 2 inches from the floor, and what that does is create kind of a slope here, and it keeps a lot of the trash or the dirt clods and stuff from rolling back into the furrow. And this side over here, if I didn't have the coulter cutters on it, it would crumble and it would fill in. Well, with my plow, with the wheel, it has to be right on the floor to get an accurate depth. So we want a clean furrow wall so that the wheel will run on the floor, and then I'll get a good consistent depth. And here, my field has been pretty rough. So in spots it's, you know, 10 inches deep, and in spots it's 6 inches deep, but it's not a smooth surface out across that field, which I've learned to just cope with. And you can see my furrow is not straight all the time, but with the Oliver plow, it has tongue adjustments on it, and I can compensate for, I can adjust it so that it'll take a pretty good swath. Here's my tongue lever, and my tongue pivots right here on the plow, and I can just adjust my tongue lever as we're plowing to take a little wider swath or a little less swath if I need. Hopefully this will help you guys out a lot, or some. If you have any questions, just ask. and I'll try to explain it the best I can. Anyways, this is my Oliver plow. Catch you later.